Now, I did think about this yesterday, and that is Tony's airplane. And then one of the viewers mentioned it, and well, I guess we better get it stuck on there. Okay, very carefully now. I think if I just hang on to it by the tail, it should be alright. Wondering if maybe I should be using my tweezers here. Okay, now this one here, we want it to swing out just a little bit. Get myself nice and comfy here. Alright. You know, I think maybe I best get the tweezers. See what'll happen if I just get a hold of this. I sure don't want to be dropping it. If it lands on the carpet, well, that's okay, but you know Murphy's Law that we talked about. Okay, I do believe I've got it. Yeah. I think it has to swing out just a little bit more here. All right. That looks pretty realistic. The water line would probably be there, so it's probably been raised about 10-15 feet off of the water. And I don't want it around here, suspended over anything. I don't want it to be blocking any of the detail that's, you know, right here. So, yeah, there we go. Once again, thanks, Tony. Okay, here we are back to where we were yesterday. And I've got two different kinds of wire going on here. Okay, I got this one and I've got this one. And if you remember, I was saying that I thought that the thicker one, or heavier gauge, if you can call something this thin a gauge, I guess that it is. I don't know. Let's just check it out here. Okay, everything's 0. It's in inches. We'll do it in thousandths of an inch. I think we did measure this before. Okay, the thicker one is 9.5 thou. Don't know if you can see that. And the thinner one, pick it up here. And still at 0. The thinner one is 5.5. So in other words, one is about twice the diameter of the other. Seems to me I remember saying that a couple of months ago or so. Now you just had to know that I could not leave this alone, and I had to check and see if I could find a chart that would, you know, tell us what gauge this very small diameter wire is. And I could not find any charts that went that small. Not anywhere near that small. So I imagine the very small diameter wire, it uses some other sort of system. Now, I did somewhere pick up that there was a formula that a person could use, and if you knew the diameter of your wire, you could figure out what gauge it was, unless it was supposed to be used to, you know, for the other way around. But, you know, you should be able to do it in reverse too. But I didn't want to be bothered. I've already wasted enough time here today on this. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to I'm just going to go ahead and do it. Okay, I'm sure you all picked up on the fact that I had gone out of my way to set the camera up so that our Bismarck showed up in that last scene. Don't expect that in every shot. We've seen it now. Anyway, our easy line, what do we conclude? It was about 6 thousandths of an inch in diameter. So that means I have to make sure that the loop or the hole that I make for our little eye bolts or whatever we want to call them yeah, this has to pass through. And I'm thinking if I just take a pin and use the diameter of a pin like this, that should be just about right. And okay, we're still at 0. Okay, this pin is 23 thousandths. Yeah, I think you can see it now. Don't know why I have to keep showing you stuff. I'm sure that by now you know I don't make it up. Sometimes I make a mistake, but I don't make it up. Anyway, yeah. So let's just take the smallest one here. Now we don't need it that long. Take about half of it. Okay. Now my thinking is that if I just sort of make a little bit of a loop here to get it started, trying to hold it so you can see it. See what I'm doing here. Okay, now if we take our pin vise and poke this in here, like so, get it all the way down. Guess it works better if you tighten it. I should get a little drill or something to put in there, a little drill bit or something, so I can tighten this, otherwise it's going to probably pull out on me. Or maybe not. Here, this will work. I don't think I need to worry about bending it. Okay. And we don't need our number 2 Robertson in here anymore. I'm just going to turn the right direction. Yep. Yeah, it doesn't have to be real tight. Now, my thinking is, let's get this out of the way. Lay this down here. Got to get it so it's convenient for me. Now if I put this in here and pull it tight, and then guess if I let go of it, it could go spinning out and hit me in the eye. I'll put it like this so it won't. Oh, all right. You know, I think this is going to work really, really good here. I'll do another one. Well, I'm going to actually do several of them and have them ready so that when we get our hood, if we ever get it, yeah, I think this is going to be all right. Like I say, I'll move in and we'll do it close up. Now, remember back when we were doing the Bismarck and we were doing really, really small pieces, we concluded it was a lot easier to see it against a white background instead of the famous brown towel. You know what? That hole could actually be a lot smaller. On the other hand, it is going to be painted. But I wonder if I have a pin that's a little smaller than that. I don't have a drill bit. Maybe we could just use a drill bit that's smaller, because we really don't need something this large. What would 23 thousandths of an inch be if we multiplied it by 200, you know, to get it to the proper scale? Okay, I just did the math, and it would be a hole approximately 4 inches in diameter. And that's a little bit on the big side, but on the other hand, I found that if you want to be able to see something, it can't be too small. So maybe we'll just continue on here. We'll just make a few more. Okay, pull it taut. Yeah, I think that might be just about right. I have my strong glasses on, not my hooded glasses, but I can see that fairly clearly. Like I was saying, if it's too small and you can't see it, then why bother? Okay, how many of you would like me to put the macro lens on? Notice how the static electricity repels this? I have to get a shorter grab on it. I remember the first time that happened, it threw me for a loop. I couldn't figure out what was going on. Okay, speaking of loops, there we go. I think I'm going to stick with the later gauge, if you can call it a gauge. I won't, in other words, the 5.5 thou. Yeah. I guess that would be 55 10,000ths, wouldn't it? Anyway, yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and do a bunch more. Maybe I'll do one more with the macro lens. Oh, guess I pulled too hard. Well, I'll put it back in. Guess I'm going to have to do this off camera. Okay, I tightened it a little tighter this time. Actually, it was pretty much there already. Oh, come on. Okay, I think what happened last time was I pulled so hard I broke it off, so let's not do that this time. Oh, come on. Sorry to get my fingers in your way here. Alright, now don't pull so hard, Ron. Well, it broke off again, but you know what? I think it's okay. Yeah, that'll be okay. Okay, I'm going to try not to bump anything here. I think you get the idea. Now remember yesterday when we put the Bismarck in the case for the first time and it looked really small? Well, that's because of the perspective. The case was so big it made the Bismarck look small. Well, let's put this in perspective. Okay. Thanks for watching. All being well, we'll see you tomorrow.